Relax. Welcome back, book friends, to another episode of Between Two Succulents, the only show on the internet that takes leading literary voices and asks them existential questions about houseplants. And now, for your host, the friendly neighborhood bookseller, Brandon Rashad Butts. Thank you. I feel so like I feel like I should come out on like a little salsa or something now. It's nice touch to the intro, Joe. Thank you. Welcome, friends, to yet another amazing episode of Between Two Succulents. I'm Brandon Rashad Butts, excited to get to talk to you all about another amazing author that we have with another great debut book. I'm still in kind of hip-hop world, and so we have another great subject for you. Let me go ahead and tell you a little bit about our guest. Our guest today is a graduate of Harvard and Columbia School of Journalism. He is the founder of the recording labels WordSound and Black Hoodz. He appeared in the New York Times, Vibe, and Rolling Stone. Today, we're talking about his work and the time that he spent with one of the most influential rap groups in all time, the Wu-Tang Clan. Everyone, please help me welcome to the show, SH, aka Skiz, Fernando JR. Skiz, welcome to the show.
Hey, nice to be here.
Hey. Cool. So today we're going to be talking with Skiz about his new nonfiction work, which is full of personal accounts from his time working with the Wu-Tang Clan. The name of the book is From the Streets of Shaolin, the Wu-Tang Saga. Now, you may have heard Skiz's music under one of his other several pseudonyms, like Spectre the Ill Saint, but we're going to get to know him even better in, of course, our favorite segment around here that we call All Sucks. So here's how this is going to go, Skiz. Joe is going to read off some of the descriptions for our succulent VIPs for this week, and you're going to tell me which one is your favorite. All right, okay. Simple as that. You ready to play?
Yep.
All right, Joe, tell us about our VIPs for this week.
Oh, Brandon, I would love to. First up, we have the inch plant, Tradescantia sabrina. Native to southern Mexico and Guatemala, it is an eye-catching perennial valued for its endurance and ornamental qualities. Easy to care for, but toxic to pets. This plant with striped green and white leaves and purple underside spreads faster than a top 40 hit. You know a little something about those, Skiz. And now we have the Plea Involucrata, commonly known as the friendship plant. Strong like the friendships of the members of the Wu-Tang Clan. It's popular for its colorful and highly textured foliage. It prefers bright, indirect light, but can handle a range of conditions. The friendship plant produces cream or pink-colored blossoms that can resemble frothy foam. Skiz, which is it going to be?
I'll go for the friendship
plant.
I'll go for friendship.
Friendship!
Hey, yeah. It looks a little bit like mint. I like that one. I do like that one too.
Yeah, it does look like mint, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. All right, thanks for playing along, Skiz. Now let's go ahead and get into your book. So you having a relationship with the Wu-Tang that goes back about 30 years, which is amazing. I know my dad would be maybe jealous. I don't know. Like, I know he would want to be in that position for sure. So, you know, my question is, what would you say was probably the best part of getting so close to such a massive group of people?
Well, let me tell you, I'm pretty much the same age as these guys. You know, like I'm 1968, so I'm the same age as ODB. RZA was 1969, Jizza's 1966, and the rest of the guys are 1970. So I'm basically a contemporary of these guys. And, you know, in the 90s when I was hanging out with them, I was basically writing for the Source magazine and a bunch of other magazines. And that was my job, was basically to hang out with different rappers and write about them. So, you know, Wu-Tang, you know, I've hung out with hundreds of rappers literally in the 90s. And, you know, Wu-Tang was just one of those groups, but it was always fun to hang out with them because these guys are incredibly smart. You know, I mean, that's one thing that people might not know about them personally. People like RZA, GZA, ODB, incredibly smart up here. They can talk about so many different things, and that's why it was so fun, like spending a day with RZA or something like that. You know, because you basically roll with them all day. You know, go eat with them, go here, go run errands, and the conversation was just incredible. You know, so it was good. It was fun. It was fun times.
That's just so dope. We're gonna keep it moving, but that's just, gosh, like I want to ask, like, what was RZA's usual breakfast, and like what was ODB like? You know, I don't know. I can ask so many questions. It's so cool.
They eat
But
a lot of Chinese food. Not surprising there, right?
Chinese food, or did we get the wings with the hot sauce and all
Yeah,
that too? You know,
exactly.
I think it's one. We went to it's perfect. I love it. I love it. So, you know, how would you say the Wu-Tang, my next question, how would you say the Wu-Tang Clan affected the community that boosted and promoted their music the most? What was it that gave them so much success with the people? You talk a lot about that in the book, and I would love for you to maybe just touch on that with everybody here.
Yeah,
What made them such a success with the people?
I think the main thing about Wu-Tang is authenticity, right? Because they're just like they are. What you see is what you get. They are 100% real. At the time, you know, they were like some of the first rappers to actually come out of the projects. Because, you know, in the early 90s, you had a lot of rappers. A lot of people are from Long Island, you know, Busta Rhymes,
Right.
De La Soul, even Rakim is from suburban Long Island, you know. But Wu-Tang, they came from the heart of the projects, you know, from different projects in Brooklyn and Staten Island. And they lived the struggle from day one. So they've been through a lot, and you know, I think that's really what people are attracted to them for, is their authenticity and their realness.
The relatability factor, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's you know, as simple as that. You know, growing up, I'm sure in the streets of New York, you know, you had like an influx of people who could connect with you, and then like if you were really a part of that community yourself, it just goes from there. They really had no direction other than where to go, then up. Really, it sounds to me. But you know,
the amazing thing is how they've connected with so many. Like if you go to a Wu-Tang concert today, it's like a United Nations. It's like all races, all socioeconomic groups. You know, somehow they had a resonance. And you know, in 2 years, it's going to be the 30th anniversary event of the Wu-Tang. So they've had longevity in this game too, which is pretty amazing. You know,
definitely, they for sure have. Yeah. So, you know, Skiz, you've written what I believe should be considered a religious text of the Wu-Tang. So I feel like you're going to be the best champion for our next segment that we like to call the lightning round.
All
Crash
right.
sounds, boom, thunder, lightning. So in this next segment, I'm going to ask you 3 pretty rapid fire type of questions, and all you have to do is answer them. And
Sure.
for all of you out there watching us, if you all participate, please participate in the chats, comment on all 3 questions. If you comment on all 3 questions, then you have the opportunity to win the prize of all prizes from the streets of Shaolin, the Wu-Tang Saga, written by S.H. Skiz Fernando Jr. All right, Skiz, you ready to go into the lightning round?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go for it. Question number 1. All right, what Wu-Tang song would you say that you personally keep on repeat?
It's got to be Bring the Ruckus.
Bring the Ruckus.
Ruckus.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Absolutely. Maybe Cream for me, maybe.
Yeah, I love Cream too, but
yeah,
Ruckus is more of those dirty, psych you up type of song, you know?
Bet, for sure. Cool. All right, question number 2. What would you say makes rap/hip hop culture so enticing, both to people born into it and those who are not?
Because basically it's the coolest thing going, you know, and it's current, it's up to date, it's the most up to date music, up-to-date style, fashion. So if you want to know what's up in society, you check out what's going on in hip hop, because hip hop is usually the cutting edge of things, and it's always been that way since it started.
Yeah, yeah, trailblazing the path, leading it. I love it. It's the truth. Okay, last question. What advice would you give to a group of people that are looking to start a rap group? Because we don't see a whole lot of groups these days. We've got Migos, who might be the latest and best at this point. But like, you don't see 9 dudes in a group anymore. So like, what would you say to somebody who is starting to try to group?
And you probably won't, because it's all about that cream,
Yeah.
I mean, I said in the book, when Wu-Tang started out and they were doing shows, 9 people, when they started out, they were maybe getting $100 a show. So split that 9 ways,
Yeah.
You're not making much money. So I think a lot of it has to do with the economics of things. And also it's difficult to keep people on the same page. It's like with 9 different personalities, I don't know how they kept it together all this time. So if you do want to start a group today, be sure it's with people that you know deeply, people that you're very connected to, people that you get along with. And also, if you get into this game, it should be for the love of it and not the money.
Yeah.
Because the money is just going to take you straight to hell.
Yeah. Yeah, and with that, everyone, Skiz is our lightning round champion. Woo! Woo! All right. Thank you so much for playing along. Joe, who is the lucky winner for this week?
Brandon, our lucky winner is none other than Rob Lee from Truth is in the Art podcast.
Nice.
Thanks for watching. Come by the shop, pick up your copy from the streets of Shaolin, the Wu-Tang Saga. Thanks for watching, Rob.
Yes, thank you so much for watching, Rob. And you guys should also check out his podcast, Truth is in the Art. We did one here around the store, but then the whole, I listened to several episodes at this point. The whole thing is just more than worth a listen. You should really engage with it. So thanks, Rob, for checking us out. We appreciate you. And we'll see you soon, actually. I won't drop that information yet. Oh. But thank you so much, Skiz, for being here with us today. That's about it for the interview portion. But before I let you go, I got one more question. Sure. What is next for you? Are we going to start a cipher with the boys? Are we going to just chill? Or are we going to have, are we getting into the next project?
Right about now, it's almost time to eat, but check out I got a new newsletter on Bulletin called Rebel Without a Pause. And it's like a golden era of hip hop newsletter. Every week I'll be doing new stuff, illuminating new artists, new albums, new songs from that golden era, from the late 80s, 90s. And it's going to be dope. It's going to be fresh every week, and it's free. Subscribe. Rebel Without a Pause. That's what it's called.
Nice. Excellent. Everyone, please go check that out. I will be. Thank you for sharing. While we're on the subject of sharing, are there any organization causes that you want to take the time to shout out?
Well, I would just like to say that we need to really get this climate change thing happening soon. We don't have much time. We can't be polluting the world that we live on. So come on, be more. Let's get it together, because we can't rely on politicians. We got to do it ourselves. All right.
Yeah, I mean,
everyone take.
That's a great note.
All right.
Yeah, no, that's a big fact. Absolutely. That's a big fact. So yeah, let's go ahead and take care of our neighborhood out there, Baltimore. S.H. Fernando Jr. has written a book that brings all of the ruckus, and it is called From the Streets of Shaolin. Here and now at Charm City Books. Thanks so much for joining us today, Skiz. Appreciate having you on the show.
Thanks a lot for having me, Brandon.
Absolutely. And thank you all out there. Yes, for sure. And thank you all out there for joining us. It was great talking with you and having you all engage with us. Always a pleasure. Always a fun time. We're going to see you next week. Same time, same place. Stay safe. Get vaccinated. Wear your mask. And stay in school. We love you around here. We'll see you next week. Take care.
All right.